There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right?
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him the deep.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
With the catch, it's Russ. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Caught behind the line. It's Thompson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to throw, it's John. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Back to throw, it's Johns. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Ross.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try the toss to the left. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Red Raiders come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Perkins. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Red Raiders in the hurry up. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Off the RPO, complete. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Johns. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Now he's going to break the pocket. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Willingham. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The quick out. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Buffaloes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, he'll throw it. Hines is back in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to TCU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The short hands, it's Willihan. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
What's going on?
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Off play action. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's John. They've got the screen set up. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Finds his big tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The play action fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Hi. What's going on?
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Breaks free. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds a man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is...
Unloads it downfield. It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Dropping back, it's Johns. Under fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Makes the catch. It's Perkins. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Torres. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders are on the move. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Russ. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
I'll tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now, because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Now, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
The Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Taking it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 12 over UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Wilson will throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Perkins. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Red Raiders will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Red Raiders have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
On the ground, it's Torres. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Red Raiders hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. They'll run the counter. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
All right, they showed this in the 1st half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the 2nd half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
They'll go to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. The give. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw, it's Johns. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented.